Hey there, everybody. This is your girl, Brandy J from the Real Wives Productions and host of Voices of Courage right here on Podbean and the Hers and Hens podcast and a few others. Hope everybody is well. Let's go ahead and get into the bullshit. Oh boy. Social media has really been acting a fool for quite some time now, but it's really been big in the media for a few days with Facebook and Instagram. And there was a whistleblower that came out to talk about how Facebook and Instagram knowingly knew about the things that were going on with safety of children and that they were in danger through these social media apps, and decided to not address anything and carry on. And oh boy, not saying that has anything to do with anything, but I was having some issues before I even knew that. That was very peculiar. And when everybody's shit came back on, mine didn't. But it kind of did, and then it did some face recognition. It was weird, but then it just wouldn't let me get back on. Then I had to mess around and trick it a little bit and try to post things to it, and voila. But come on. Is this a surprise? No. Some will say, oh no, that's what social media is. I mean, come on. Don't speak if you don't even know social media like that. Just because you use it doesn't mean you know what's really going on. Because if you did, you'd be a little more concerned about content, data, your children. That's the very first. It's the children. I mean, for goodness sakes. We're going to put our children on platforms that literally don't give a shit, but those are their biggest users. But you'll just comment on them and everything else and everybody else instead of doing something effectively with your child, right? So, the fuckery. I suggest you get an app to put on your phone so that you can see what your child is doing on their phone or iPad, whatever it is. It's possible. If you would like to know, go on to the Google Play Store or iOS and get the Family Link app. It works wonders, and take it from there. It doesn't take a rocket scientist to use it, but I advise you use it. And if you don't, then hey, you might as well go ahead and call up Facebook and Instagram and all the rest of them and say, oh, go ahead. I trust you. Just, keep fucking up my kid, and because I got other things to do. Yeah. I mean, we could say a lot of shit all day long. Talk, but no boots to the ground. Say we have knowledge and wisdom, but without actually using the knowledge for cause, then it's worthless. If it's not making any effective measures or moves, useless. People like to talk about things, but don't really want to do anything, because clearly we're just sitting here like sitting ducks, watching the world crumble, watching other countries just be fucked over as if it's not coming here. What the fuck? China just shot off 2 missiles towards our military. The border, oh, let me tell you, since March, I was wondering when anybody was going to bring this up. All of those, before Afghanistan or the Haitian thing, since March, let me see if I have the numbers still. I'm going to give it a roundabout. Let's just put it like this. Thousands and thousands and thousands and thousands, and then you times that, few more thousands and thousands and thousands of immigrants have been let loose over here off of parole with your great president's blessing. Yeah. For whatever reason, just because. To let them loose. And this has been going on since March. I think August or March. I think it was August. But these were parole. One of our previous, I think he was the chief and former, I can't remember, but he spoke on it and he said he thought it was ridiculous. He says he doesn't, do the whole more than he had under 8 that he said that he allows to go within what did he say, years? I don't know, but the fact is, the numbers are just extremely nowhere near in the same percentile. I mean, what is the reasoning for this? Do you know? Do you? Or are you going to speculate and say, yeah, you know what's going on here? Yeah, I don't think you do, because if you did, you'd be moving differently. If you're not looking into your city or your state's Congress or the bills and all that stuff, then you're just playing around, playing and acting like you got some kind of control that you never had. All your plans. I mean, for goodness sakes, all over the country. I mean, this state. Well, I mean, shit, it could be more, but I know this much. Social media has been down. So many people didn't know what was going on. And I'm still now, after getting the report, hearing platforms let their users know there'll be town hall meetings to see what's going on with the glitches and all this stuff. Massive amount of them. Also said that China's attacking our social media platforms and the internet. It wouldn't be a surprise. But did we really think that the internet was just going to stay up? Really? That's ridiculous. That's foolish. Especially when things are about to get a little hot. Supposedly for October. A lot of people are supposed to be taking into arms. Corruption about to be exposed. And China is tripping. So around about this time, they need people to not know any more than they need to know. Focus on that. Focus on this. But always ask yourself, when something happens, what are you distracting me from? Is it those ships, those boats just out in the middle of the ocean with all that coffee they say that's on there? People going to go crazy, go buy a bunch of coffee, and there's going to be a shortage? I don't know. But I tell you this much. There's some off California, too. All these truckers. And I mean, I don't know about you, but if you're still sitting here saying it's normal and everything's going to be fine, then you are more naive than you even can perceive. Huh. Well, I wanted to ask something. You great people of great medical advice and who should be allowed into society if they don't take something in their body that they don't want to. Get going on teaching your children how to protect their bodies and that it's theirs and they don't have to let people do things to them that they don't want. But I got a question. Has it registered to you guys yet that they think that we're all dumb and they say it and it was the plan and they're not even far off from it? You know why? Because now that children are just going to school and coming home sick, and with COVID now too, why the hell did they go back anyway? And then did you find it kind of odd for you people that decided to listen to them and go through this whole mask thing? Like, oh, you guys can go to school with no mask. And then other people are like, no, don't do that. But yet we are still in this pandemic. It was spreading. And we got these fights over vaccinations and who's dangerous and this and that. But yet go on to school with no mask. That didn't register to anybody that would lead to more spreading. It wasn't. If it didn't make sense, I don't know why we do it. If it doesn't make sense, why do we do it? Why do we keep doing stuff that people tell us to do, but then have the audacity to tell somebody else what to do, the audacity to act like you're big and bad and that nobody's going to do this and that to you, but you get screwed every day, willingly, and comply. So trained, so used to it. Okay, we'll do it. Because we don't know what else to do. We have no control because you don't take control. But in a minute, you'll be fighting somebody that you don't even need to be fighting. Pick on somebody that's actually putting you and your family in harm's way. Because when your democracy is attacked by capitalism, you're fucked. Fascism, fucked. But we saw it coming and did nothing. Because people are so smart. Because they can say words or regurgitate or recycle shit, but don't ever read nothing or even know what happened, any of these things or how these bills or legislations work. For goodness sakes, what are we even teaching our kids if they can't even figure out ourselves? Really ask yourself, what are you preparing them for? Some bullshit that's not even going to be here anymore? Research that shit. I think this shit is, this is what I know. Motherfuckers really need to get it right with the creator, because you're acting like these motherfuckers, your creator. You're acting like you got what is it? Stockholm syndrome. What's really going on here? No, this isn't obeying the law because they're in charge. Do you understand that they don't own us? They're not in charge of us. But yet we let them do it. So who are we or anybody to tell anybody anything about being standing up for yourself, doing this and that? But when it comes to this, everybody get all simple and weak. They're like, have some money. Weak. Yes, I said it because I don't understand why no one's wants to be effective and come together and actually do things. If you don't know what to do, learn. Switch it up. Seek actual knowledge that is beneficial to your very being and your children and your integrity. For God's sakes, your morals, your allowing the return of what they've always wanted. You just got modern day slavery, but now it's like, hey, you can do anything with these people as they have. Indoctrination is a real thing, and cognitive dissonance, go look that up. Make sure you check the dates, because they change dictionaries left and right. For God's sakes, they switched the definition of the fucking vaccine. Ding! Yeah, nothing yet? Say reading is fundamental. What the fuck do we send our kids to school for if we're not even going to do the work? You don't even check to see what they're teaching our kids. Come on. You can't complain about the shit, but then send them right back into it. That right there shows me exactly what I need to know about this world and the individuals in it by the moves of your actual lives and what you believe and what you're willing to do and not do. And you're willing to do anything these motherfuckers tell you to just so you can survive. With no fighting. So how much integrity do you have? How much wait. Let me get it. Self-preservation. Man, I tell you, that shit ain't preservation. Concentration. Camps. You don't knock it off. You don't think it can happen? How many times you gonna say, that can't happen? First of all, why couldn't? History has shown morbid shit happen. So therefore, none of this shit should be a surprise. And then you know what? I'm just a little annoyed with the ignorance of people because it's people that are the problem. If you're not voicefully or using anything you have to make a difference and put positivity out there, not the negative, or can't do nothing and we can't do that, we can't do this, then that's the problem. Because thank goodness for the ones before us that had courage, that people shit on every day, that have benefited from it. Karma's a bitch. Some people think they're a really good person. You know, I'm going to say this and I'm going to roll out. But the great Albert Einstein said something, a quote, and he said, you know, it's not the evil people in the world that, you know, that's not the concern, or I'm not saying it verbatim, but basically, that's not the troubled part or the scary part. The scary part is the good people in the world that won't do anything about it. Don't say you're against bullying and all this stuff when you don't even stand up for yourself. Don't say that you're concerned about people being treated a certain way and not valued, and they need to do this and stand up for themselves, but yet, here you are. Okay, you can do what you want to me. Okay, I'll do nothing about it. I'll keep paying taxes, and I'll just vote you back in again because I'm an idiot. Good day. This is your girl, Brandy J, and I digress, and I unapologetically hope you enjoyed some truth. Now what are you going to do? Probably nothing. Talk about it and then go about your day. But when it comes knocking at the door, man, please. I'm out.